You are now entering a dimension of sight and sound. You are now entering the oh hell, here we go again, 'cause he is back zone. Just when you thought that he was gone, just when you thought you could watch NFL football with ease again, guess what, NFL and Bills fans? He's back! Ah! That was my relief, 'cause guess what? Mr. Ugly is back. Yes, after 40 days of retirement, Tom Brady has decided, hey, he's had enough of retirement. He's got, quote, unfinished business, unquote. Why? Haven't we seen enough of your ugly face, you twit? Why don't you just go with Giselle and your kids and enjoy your life? Why you gotta torture us Bills fans? Why have you gotta torture NFL fans again? Coming back for a 23rd year. You know, I like to slap your ugly face clear across to Tampa Bay or New England. Yeah, it's Tampa Bay that you're gonna play. I like to slap your ugly face all over this planet. 'Cause you know what? This Bills fan has had enough of you. Why are you coming back? Please, Brady, stay retired, will you? Enough is enough. Yep, that is my thoughts. He's going to torture us again. He's going to do a thing like, hey, he's going to let his team fall behind. He's going to come roaring back. He's going to torture us. Brady, I just don't understand this. I don't understand this. Why are you keeping playing? Oh, well, it looks like you can't take it with you. You can't have what you want, Bills fans. We're going to have to suffer through another year with this. Oh, well, of course, we can see what moves we do in free agency. Yeah, we picked up Roger Saffold. We picked up Daquan Jones. We re-signed Isaiah McKenzie. We re-signed Mitch Morse. Restructured their contracts. We're kind of wondering what Cole Beasley's going to do, whether he's going to be retired, he's going to not retire, whether he's going to be traded, or whether he may be released so he can sign with somebody else. We've already seen backup quarterback Mitch Trubisky sign with the Steelers. But you know what? That's the big story. Brady's back. And one last time. Ah! There's a little Chewbacca for you. That's the way he'll yell watching this. And I'm going to say, ah! To the end of Syracuse's basketball season. Boy, it was a nice run there through the ACC tournament while it lasted. Big victory against Florida State. And I mean, even without Buddy Boeheim, who the ACC people decided, hey, that was a nice little punch. Even if it did look kind of, a little, I mean, even if it was just not really incidental contact, just a little contact between two players who were wrestling for the same spot, ACC decided, Buddy Boeheim, you're out for the game against Duke. But what an effort they put up against Duke. With about a minute left, it was still a one-possession game. But Duke and Syracuse, they seemed to fall apart with about a minute left. They just couldn't finish it this year, falling to Duke. And you know what? It's the end of the season as we know it. But I feel fine. Oh well, 16-17, the first losing season Syracuse has had in 52 years. And I mean, there's a lot of soul searching that this team is going to have to do during the off season. You got to wonder, who's coming back? Who's coming? Yeah, we got a 5-person class coming in. Maybe a 6-person class if Judah Ertz decides to sign. And he's a pretty decent looking recruit. But you wonder, are the Boeheim brothers going? Are Cole Swider going? They're eligible to play, but the way the Boeheim brothers are talking, this is probably it for them. And who may be coming or going via the transfer portal? It's going to be an interesting off season. And I'm hoping that next year is going to be better. As watching Syracuse have a losing basketball season, not in the cards. Well, of course, we do have to kind of think that Colgate made it into the NCAA tournament again. Let's get behind the Raiders. See how far Colgate can go if they can get past the first round. And even though it's not the NCAA tournament, see how far St. Bonaventure can go in the NIT tournament. At least we can look at them for local teams going in the NCAA and the NIT. And Syracuse, they decided no CBI, no the basketball classic. Of course, it's run by the collegeinsider.com guys who was behind the CIT tournament. So I'm not going to break out John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band this time. But hey, it's going to be an interesting NCAA tournament. Let's see if Gonzaga can get to the final again. Let's see if Baylor can get there again and defend its NCAA title. We'll see what happens. That's why it's called March Madness. Let me do something here. That's why it's called Madness. Now I'm going from national to local. The Waterloo Girls team is in the state Final Four. Big win against Lewiston Porter for the Far West Regionals. Of course, I once drank some Lewiston Porter. Was pretty stout too. Of course, in their semifinal game, they take on a team from about 25-30 miles north of New York City, Putnam Valley, down in Putnam County, right near the Hudson. And they're considered the top team in the state, even if Waterloo is ranked number 1 in polls. But Putnam Valley's kind of considered the number 1 seed. Why? What's with the NYS, PHS, AA, and all the other BULL? Kind of, because you know what, saying Putnam Valley is tops in the state is BULL. Waterloo will take care of them. We'll see. And of course, the two others, General Brown, which is up there near the Thousand Islands in Dexter. You know what? Maybe all the fish they catch right around that area is helping those girls. And also the other one, Shalmont, which is in Rotterdam, right next to Schenectady. You know, you gotta think about that guy that serves those nice hot dogs there in Schenectady is probably helping to feed those girls. Probably you kind of wonder what that Schenectady air, even if it's polluted, is helping those girls. Yeah, breathe in the Schenectady air. Of course, that's where GE is. And you know what GE does? It brings good things to life. But we'll see. Keep it going, Waterloo girls. You know I'm behind you. I fully expect next week when I do the show for you to have the state title in your hands and be ready for the Federation title. Keep it going, Waterloo girls. And last but not least, who's glad that the lockout is finally ended for baseball? I am. I wanted to see a full 162 game season. I wanted to see what would happen with the Yankees. Local product Tim LaCastro re-signed with the Yankees. Well, of course, people had seen Derek Jeter's given up his controlling interest in the Miami Marlins. Could Derek Jeter be looking to maybe have a little bit of a controlling interest with the Yankees? We'll see. It's going to be an interesting 162 game season. And you know what? One who was a Yankee last year is a Baltimore Oriole this year. But you know what? Rooting for the Baltimore Orioles hasn't been the right cause. There's an odor there for Baltimore, and it stinks! It's going to be an interesting season for baseball, but I'm glad they finally ended that lockout. That's all I got for this week. I'm Ken Haas. I'll see you next week. for my season finale.